Hey guys, this is Rudy for Mr. Investor. Um, Today is kind of an interesting day. We've had 2 days of significant declines in the Dow or in the market in general, and today I think the Dow hit a low of around 900 points at one stage. And Warren Buffett famously said it's wise for investors to be fearful when others are greedy, and greedy when others are fearful. Um, I'd like to say that I'm not really greedy in terms of my investment decisions. But I do probably experience just a little bit of greed. Um, Maybe greed is not the right word, it's more a want in terms of looking at potential buys when the market is very, very fearful. So if you if you notice that the presidents are looking over my shoulders, the two founding fathers, Washington and Adams, then you know I'm in my office in West Palm Beach, Florida. It is Wednesday, it is October the 28th. And let me share with you just a little bit about how greedy or not I was actually today. So first, let's look at the quick news headlines here. This is Yahoo. Yahoo Finance's stock market news, live updates, stocks tumble and the Dow extends declines as the virus concerns mount. Now, this virus, of course, is the COVID-19 virus. The infection rate is off the charts. The mortality rate, which is probably more important for people who are still alive and watching this, is 0.0148% of the entire global population. So I do not want to dismiss or make light of the fact that there are people who lost loved ones and that there are people who are getting horribly sick from the coronavirus, but at the same time, we need to have some perspective in terms of what the risk actually is. And the risk, mathematically speaking, is 0.0148%. That's the mortality rate in terms of the number of people who died. And the number of people who have died is just over 1 million, so approximately 1.1 million worldwide out of a population of nearly 8 billion people. The Dow right now, so I took a quick peek at the Dow just before I shot this video, and guess what? There are no gainers, but there are a lot of losers. So we can see the losers are being led right now. I'm not sure if this is still current, but certainly just a few minutes ago, Salesforce was leading the charge at a 4.5% decline, but not too far behind it, and not to be outdone, Caterpillar and Nike were also almost down 4%, followed by a few at 3%. These are massive global corporations. Some of them, you could argue, are not necessarily directly impacted by COVID, like Salesforce, for example. But then again, you could say on a macro level, sales are down, and Salesforce, ironically, is not actually a Salesforce automation tool, but rather a customer relationship management tool. So arguably, it's one of those tech stay-at-home or work-from-home stocks that shouldn't have been affected, but it was. So anyway, everything's down. So what happens when everybody's fearful and running away? Some people, like first responders, run to it. This is an example of a quick snapshot of some of the investments that I have in my long portfolio. I have shared videos about this before, so if you want to see what's in my total portfolio, you can take a look at it, and you'll see some of these same famous players and the cast of my long portfolio in that video. Once again, at the bottom right, the headline for today: the markets tumble. We see the S&P, the Dow, and the Nasdaq all down approximately 2.5 to 3% at the time I shot this video. And there's the same headline again: stocks tumble, the Dow plunges as virus concerns mount. So be honest with me, guys. Since you're all investors, you all, as in the people watching this video, you are all invested in some stocks, even if it's only Occidental. Maybe that's the only reason why you even watch my videos. But the fact of the matter is, you are all investors. So did you really all run out and sell all your stocks today because of coronavirus concerns? I'm just asking because, the media headlines and the fake news being what it is, tell us stuff. And, I'm just a permanent cynic, so I just don't believe. What's on my shopping list today? Well, to be fair, I should say what was on my shopping list today, because I've already executed. So what do I have? SPY, Pfizer, Enbridge, ICANN, Enterprises, Occidental Petroleum, and AllianceBernstein. Why those 6 stocks? Let's take a quick peek. Well, SPY is the world's biggest ETF, and it's losing cash faster than any of its peers, which means everybody, including hedge funds and institutional investors, are running away from SPY. Well, are they? I'm not particularly concerned about what other people do. I'm only concerned in terms of what my own investment is doing. SPY for me represents a sort of a let's call it a parking lot for cash. If I don't have an undervalued stock that I can identify to invest in, I will park money in SPY. It's a nice broad ETF that includes many tech stocks and also some pharmaceutical stocks like Johnson & Johnson, some consumer discretional like Procter & Gamble, conglomerates like Berkshire Hathaway. It's a great place to park money if you're not entirely sure where to put it and you have a little bit of excess cash left over from a previous trade or something like that. So I like SPY for that reason. Pfizer, a little different. This is one of my defensive stocks. I like Pfizer for a variety of different reasons. Pfizer, in addition to the fact that it's at the forefront of creating a vaccine for the coronavirus, is also a defensive stock that pays a dividend of around 4%. So Pfizer is not a bad place to park money if it's going to sit there for medium term, 3 to 5 years or so. Let's just talk a little bit about the vaccine very quickly. I'm pretty confident that there will be a vaccine, but remember, vaccines don't cure coronaviruses. Vaccines can specifically help prevent a particular virus from infecting you, like COVID-19 or polio for that matter. So vaccines are good news from the point of view that they can prevent infection from a particular virus like COVID-19. Now, if we suddenly come up with COVID-20, then we're going to go through this whole rigmarole again. So hopefully we don't get there, and certainly I hope we don't get there very soon, but there will be another pandemic and there will be another coronavirus down the line, because they are quite common, because influenza is caused by coronaviruses. Enbridge is one of my defensive stocks that I've been involved and invested in for a long, long time, currently yielding about 8.5% as a dividend on an annual basis, paid quarterly. Enbridge is the company which is diverse energy stock out of Canada, which the majority of people, for instance, in the province of Ontario, which is about a third of Canada's population, will be very familiar with, because they send Enbridge a nice hefty check every month to pay their heating and cooling bills for the winter and summer respectively. So Enbridge, one of my favorites, one of my long positions, and one that I would quite readily be willing to add a little bit to when it is down. ICANN, your favorite uncle and mine. Why would I be investing in ICANN? So ICANN is a very great diversified conglomerate stock. It yields nearly 15% as a dividend, in addition to the fact that ICANN's investments have been paying off very handsomely for investors. It's currently rated on Zacks as a buy. It is undervalued. It's trading at around $50, and another one that I would readily be willing to add a little bit to my position too. AllianceBernstein is one of my favorites. This one I've been in and out of over the years for quite a number of years. I like AllianceBernstein for a variety of different reasons, especially over the last month. Right at the bottom of the screen here, you can see that AllianceBernstein gained about 11% over the last 1 month. This is the same period that Occidental lost about 10% over the last 1 month, for example. So it's kind of a wash. AllianceBernstein also pays me a dividend of nearly 10% on an annualized basis. So a great stock. So it's one of those that's a favorite in my long portfolio, and I've had it for quite some time, and I still have a nice position in AllianceBernstein today. So what did I do? I literally looked at the market this morning. I said, hey, the Dow is down for 3 days in a row. It's down quite a lot. The markets are down overall quite a lot. It's almost like a mini correction over just 3 days. Franklin P. Jones, his famous quote, he says, bravery is being the only one who knows you're not afraid. At this morning, at the time I looked at the market this morning, no one knew that I was afraid. and still no one knew that I was afraid until I actually made this video, because you know now that I'm not really as brave as I was afraid, but I've added to all of those positions. And of course, you could also argue that there's a very fine line between bravery and stupidity. But anyway, I have added to those positions. There are some that I will add to on a monthly basis. So for instance, SPY, ICANN, and Alliance Bernstein, I actually plan to buy monthly early at the beginning of every month. So I jumped the gun on those a little and made a buy today instead of waiting until next week. I was going to buy it anyway, just to add to my position. I'm not greedy, not at all. In fact, what I do is I add just a little bit to my existing position. I did the same with Occidental today. I bought it at $8.95. You know, I added to those 6 positions, and let's see how it plays out. At the end of the day, I am not afraid. I am more than happy to not take a chance and gamble, but to just say, you know, I'm in this for, these are my long positions. I'm in it for 3 to 5 years, and I hope to obviously earn a good return over that period of time. Guys, if you like my videos, please subscribe. This is Rudy, or Mr. Oxy, or Mr. Investor, signing off for today. Hit the subscribe button, and I will see you soon. Thank you for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.